Hi boys and girls, welcome back on the channel. Thanks for checking in. We are here in Massa Maritima, Tuscany, Italy for a training camp with the Ghost Factory racing team. And today we will do a full hot lap downhill. It's the Benedetto trail and there's actually quite a big competition inside the team already. The girls are challenging each other and they have a really fast pace. So I'm really curious if I can beat that time. At least I will give it my best. I have Tom behind me making the movie and I have the camera on my chest as well. So I will, well, make it fun again. Will be hard, will be good. I think it's a 10-minute effort, so sit, relax and enjoy the video. Welcome back on board with another hot lap. Today I'm filming with the chest mount and Tom is behind me with another camera. His screen you can see in the left corner, and he's also doing some voiceover now and then, so then it will come into the video like now.
So the last time it was on a hard tail, this time he's on a full suspension. I don't know what this is going to bring, but as soon as he starts pedaling, I'm fucked anyhow. Good thing he only rode here twice.
So as you heard, Tom is trying to follow me in a full speed hot lap downhill, and he has the camera in his mouth, making talking and filming quite a challenge, and then also trying to follow me on a full speed lap. I mean, I really wanted to get the pace right here, so he had a hard time.
Oh, it was far.
And he enjoyed it as well. I think he really liked the pace.
Now there will be a pedaling section that's gonna kill me. No idea for how long I can hold on to. It's already hard. Not because of the speed, but the pedaling is just killing me again.
As you hear him complaining, no, I'm sorry Tom, it's okay. You did a great job. Especially it's hard for him to catch up in the fast places, like where I put a lot of power on the pedals. I mean, it's a 10-minute effort and it's not only downhill, so when I want to beat the time I also need to put hard in the flat parts of the track. Corner wise I think it's going quite okay, and as Tom mentions, I just did this track 2 times before, so I'm not really used.
I'm always trying to follow professionals.
Not really used to the track. Tom is a bit more. He was there for a few more times already.
Oh, I hope that is good camera. That was a real nice slide. Still, he was quicker than me.
So that sometimes makes me riding on the edge, or sometimes a little over the edge.
There he goes. Maybe he will do a mistake somewhere. So I can close in a meter. I cannot pedal it through.
I'm sorry Tom, you didn't make it up anymore. From here on I really started to push in the flat parts, as you can see right now, but also in the downhill. So Tom had to let me go, meaning that we are only having the chest mount footage left, but also this footage is pretty cool to see, I think. What do you see more in the camera, or actually on the screen? At the left side you see my power and my heart rate. And at the right side you see the distance of the track, my current speed and the time starting from the gate on top, and that's also the time you can match with the Strava time later on. At the right top corner you see the GPX, the GPS file going down the hill. What you also can see in that file is, like, from the most right corner at the bottom, it kind of goes southwest on the map, and from that point on it's getting a bit more flat, so the physical part is getting there as well. As you could hear me telling in my intro already, there was quite a big internal challenge within the Ghost Factory team. They were here for a team training camp from almost 3 weeks, and I joined them in the last week. It was a really nice week with some photo shooting. I got a new bike, but I will tell you more about that later. We did some EMTB testing, but we also challenged each other in the downhills to get the KOMs or the QOMs in ladies terms, because as you know, the factory racing team is only girls, 5 girls in total. And what I told you before in the intro, there was a big challenge within the team, meaning that on the Benedetto trail, the trail we are on right now, it's a 10-minute trail. They try to do like some kind of internal competition, meaning that the fastest time at the moment I tried to get the KOM was on 9 minute 35, and that was on the name of Jonas Lindberg. He finished 15th in the World Championships of 2021 at the Elites, so a pretty fast guy. But if you look at the general classification, you have Nicole Koller with 10 minutes flat on the second position, and with 10 minutes and 3 seconds on the Terpstra. On the 4th place it's Martino Fruet, and he's a former downhill rider from Italy. So it shows how fast those ladies actually are in a segment like this. Also competing with like times even guys couldn't keep up with. So there was actually quite some pressure on my shoulders to beat at least the time of the girls. Even though I was really impressed about how fast they went down. You heard Tom telling in the video that I just did this trail for 2 times, and actually the first time I went down it was at a photo shoot, and the second time was behind Nicole, and she really impressed me with her speed. So I was actually quite a bit curious if I could make that speed on my own as well. But in the end I did take the KOM with 9 minutes and 15 seconds, being 20 seconds faster than Jonas Lindberg, who had the KOM before. And I did it with an average speed of 28.4 kilometers an hour and a maximum speed of 48.7, an average heart rate of 166 and a maximum heart rate of 180, and it was a descent of 360 altimeters. If you want to know more about this track, you can check the description. I have my Strava file there as well. As I mentioned before, I also got a new bike. It's not the bike I'm on at this moment. In this attempt I was on my Lector full suspension with 120 millimeters in front and in the rear, and I was running the 2.4 Maxxis Aspen ST tires, which are really fast rolling tires, but there are not so many knobs on it, so having grip is sometimes a bit of a challenge, especially with the aggressive cornering I used to ride, but in the end I didn't crash and I could make a good speed, so I'm happy with the outcome. But there was a new bike as well, and that one will be launched next week. So if you watch the video just in the first week of April, just check my Instagram. It's Funegg Racing. There you can find a new bike which will be published or is published already. It's really sick. It has a special paint job, so definitely check that one out. We did stay in Massa Maritima, that's in Tuscany. It was quite a long drive actually from Holland, but it was definitely worth it. So if you are into riding a lot of trails in just a small area, I mean the area is big, but there are so many trails just on 1 or 2 mountains, so you really don't have to get bored at all. We did stay in really nice apartment, and it's called the Agri Resort La Colombia, I will put that one as well in the description, because it's definitely worth checking if you want to ride some really smooth trails. It's sometimes a bit rough and sometimes really smooth, and that combination is really something I really like, and I definitely will come back next year or maybe even this year, but we have to see that. So with saying this, we are coming to an end. Just behind this corner, there's the finish. You've got a little kind of a bridge, and that's where you can see that I did this hot lap in 9 minutes and 14 or 15 seconds. It finishes here. Thanks for watching.
And this is the man. I don't know if he has a com or not, but he was quick.
I think somewhere around 9.
9?
9.
Crazy shit. So the pedaling really killed me, man. Once again, that was even more than in South Africa.
Yeah, that was a hard one.